Hello everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, Herman firefighters were able to quickly extinguish a home fire last night. We'll tell you all about it coming up.
Plus, railroad authorities cleared the homeless encampment in Bangor. City staff were on site working to relocate residents.
And Bangor International Airport unveiled a new runway yesterday and celebrated their rehabilitation project.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us. We'll have all the day's news coming up. But first, a check of that forecast and people who are hoping for a white Christmas. Oh, we're having a little earthquake here. People hoping for a white Christmas are in luck. It looks like a storm is moving in later on today, and it could bring several inches of fresh snow here to the Bangor area.
I wouldn't be mad about it for Christmas.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
You know, it will add.
Yeah, we'll turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. On this Tuesday, we have winter storm warnings, winter storm watches, and winter weather advisories all posted across the region. Also some advisories along the coast, so it's a very busy morning as we watch for our next winter storm that will be moving in rather soon. For now, it is the calm before the storm as we are watching for clouds tracking in from the southwest and going toward the north and east. So as we do zoom things out, here's the next snowmaker that is located right about in here. So it doesn't look like much, at least just quite yet, but give it just a little bit more time and it will be moving in very soon. So here's Futurecast. Sunshine to start, clouds moving in throughout the day. There is a snow arriving later on tonight, continuing in the parts of Wednesday morning right there. A lot of snow on the way, lesser snow farther off towards the north and east. So for today, upper 20s, mostly cloudy. Southeast wind at about 5 miles per hour. Overnight, 18 degrees. The snow gets going. It will be breezy out there, and the east wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Here's that hourly forecast moving forward. So again, sunshine to start, and we'll see temperatures climbing today into the 20s before cooling off overnight. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. We'll look forward to that later on. Well, a Northfield man found guilty of killing 3 people in Washington County is trying to appeal his murder convictions. Thomas Bonfanti was in court on Monday morning for an evidentiary hearing as part of a post-conviction review. He is challenging his homicide convictions, claiming ineffective assistance of counsel. Bonfanti was found guilty of shooting and killing 3 people and wounding a 4th at multiple locations in February of 2020. The judge did not issue a decision yesterday. It is not clear when one is expected.
Well, meanwhile, a house is in need of repairs after it was damaged by a fire last night. According to the Herman Fire Department, crews were dispatched to 301 Wing Road for a reported building fire, with fire showing along the roof line. Responders were able to quickly extinguish the flames along the roof line and contain the blaze to a small area. Herman Fire Department Captain Brian Willett attributes the success of last night's response to recent staffing upgrades.
We were able to take care of things quickly. Had this been 3 or 4 years ago, we would have been the call department and it would have probably done more damage. So this is definitely a win for the staffing of the department.
Willett says there was some water damage inside the house, but it's repairable. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation, but officials say they believe it originated from the house's smokestack.
Meanwhile, a Waterville man is facing multiple charges after allegedly fleeing from police and ramming a suspected stolen vehicle into a police cruiser. Waterville Police Major Jason Longley says at around 8 a.m. on the morning of December 21st, police responded to the Duncan on College Avenue for a report of a stolen vehicle. While searching that area, officers found the stolen vehicle on Kennedy Memorial Drive and attempted a traffic stop. The suspect, who was later identified as 38-year-old Christopher Poirier of Waterville, led police on a chase toward Augusta. According to Longley, after a successful deployment of a tire deflation device, Poirier continued traveling southbound on Interstate 95 with partially deflated tires. State police joined the chase and successfully executed a precision immobilization technique. During the chase, Poirier struck a Waterville police cruiser, completely disabling it. Once stopped, Poirier fled on foot but was quickly caught on the Old Belgrade Road. Officials tell us before this incident, he had been removed by police from a business at the request of staff. Poirier is being held at the Kennebec County Jail on a $2,500 cash bail.
Well, yesterday morning, railroad authorities cleared the homeless encampment in Bangor, removing the remaining people and anything left behind along the riverfront. As our Alex Schley tells us, while the encampment is now gone, questions remain about where the people will go and whether the city can prevent another one from taking place.
Monday marks the fourth time in 4 years that a homeless encampment in Bangor has been swept.
The railroad has come with both their police staff as well as cleanup crews, and they're working up and down the railroad.
The encampment, located along the tracks off Washington Street, was cleared by CSX Transportation, which controls the area. In a statement to ABC7 and Fox 22, CSX officials said in part, quote, "Railroad rights-of-way are active, hazardous environments, and entering railroad property without permission is illegal and can result in serious or fatal injury. For that reason, we continue to coordinate with local officials to safely clear the area and prevent future trespassing." Leading up to the sweep, city officials say staff was on site working with residents who were willing to relocate. Despite these efforts, some encampment residents say the sweep took them by surprise.
I went to go dose, and I come back, try to grab my stuff, and they said they disposed of it. You know, it's kind of BS about it because they didn't give me no warning.
Others, like Nathan, say they managed to hold on to their belongings, but doesn't know where he's going to stay now.
It's all still there, but for now, they let me get my stuff. This place ain't the best, but you know, it just doesn't feel good at all being uprooted.
Monday night, Bangor is holding a special city council meeting where the encampment is expected to be addressed.
I'm hopeful that it will continue to be a priority, talking about how to tackle these issues ahead of urgent situations as opposed to just managing what turned out to be somewhat of an emergency.
However, homelessness and encampments are not listed as an agenda item for the regularly scheduled council meeting that follows. In Bangor, Alex Schley for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, Monday night, members of the public did make their voices heard to the Bangor City Council following the clearing of that homeless encampment by the railroad tracks. The City Council received an update from city staff during a workshop before the regular council meeting. Staff say folks are still gathering information about what former encampment residents are seeking help, as well as communicating with warming centers about their numbers. Multiple members of the public spoke up during the public comment portion of the regular City Council meeting that followed the workshop. While some thanked the council for their efforts, most stood to voice their displeasure with how the city is addressing the issue of homelessness and say that they need to work faster.
So what I'm asking is for the council to please authorize the city manager to act. She's made it perfectly clear the staff can't find new places to create spaces for individuals to go. They can't mobilize city staff to help with this issue unless the council votes and gives her the authority to act.
I think now is the time for us to start building real capacity within our city government and our city services. We need to stop relying on a patchwork of different organizations providing these services. We need to start streamlining these services, and we need to start investing in capacity within our city to tackle these issues long term.
One city staff member said some unhoused individuals reported having issues getting turned away from warming shelters.
State and city officials gathered at the Bangor International Airport Monday to celebrate the reopening of a rehabilitated runway, a project that airport officials say signals renewed capacity and safety. Our Grace Blanchard shares more.
The ribbon has officially been cut on a $47 million runway rehabilitation project at the Bangor International Airport.
I am very excited to finally be here 2 years after construction, wrapping up the project and seeing everybody here celebrating this accomplishment.
The multi-million-dollar project was funded by FAA grants, state and local funds, and contributions from the Maine International Guard.
It helps to upgrade the airport, which is experiencing a real explosion in the number of passengers that are coming through.
As of 2024, officials say the airport has served 740,000 passengers and is on track to serve 1 million by 2030.
Having a runway that meets standards is key for us to be able to support the critical operation of our airport.
One of those critical operations is Life Flight of Maine, the state's only ground and air critical care transport organization.
So we operate out of the airport 24/7, 365 with our airplane and our helicopters. So any of the improvements that happen here at the airport are key to having us operate safely day or night in all types of weather.
According to the airport director, the runway should now last another 20 years. He says the next step is to work on rehabilitating the parallel taxiway that serves that runway.
It's one of many pieces that are building an airport that's going to support operations for years to come.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The time now is 6:10. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, as we approach the new year, we'll revisit some of the biggest stories in 2025.
But first, a look at that forecast. A cloudy day ahead today with snow developing later on. The highs will be around 28 degrees. Snow is likely tonight with lows dropping down to the upper teens. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with more snow showers. Highs around 25. We'll be right back.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend. And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Current qualified lessees can get this 2026 Equinox for around $299 a month. Or get 0% financing on all 2026 Equinox models when you finance with GM Financial.
My dad got shoved by an employee at the nursing home and broke his hip. When I asked management about it, they tried to cover it up and said it was an accident.
If a serious injury has happened at a nursing home that's brought up cause for concern, call the 2s right now.
Our attorney at Lowry Law investigated and found out the truth. The nursing home had to take responsibility for what happened to my dad.
If you suspect nursing home abuse or neglect, we're your go-to lawyers.
Starting May 1st, the Bureau of Motor Vehicles will begin issuing the new Pine Tree license plate. If you have a Chickadee plate, it will be replaced when you renew after May 1st at no additional charge. If you have a Chickadee plate number you want to keep, you can reserve it today online by searching Reserve My Plate and paying a one-time $25 fee. With your help, we can provide prompt and quality service to all Mainers. Brought to you by this station, the Maine Association of Broadcasters, and the Secretary of State.
The Enhanced Affordable Care Act premium subsidies are set to expire on December 31st after Congress failed to pass an extension, meaning millions of Americans could face spikes in health insurance costs in 2026. Senator Susan Collins told reporters yesterday at that event at the Bangor Airport that she recently met with a bipartisan group of senators to try to find a compromise that would allow for those subsidies to continue. Collins has proposed two changes she would like to see: a $5 a month minimum payment toward the premium cost to ensure people know they're enrolled, and a household income cap of around $200,000 a year.
But I do strongly support an extension of the ACA enhanced premium tax credits, but with reforms.
Meanwhile, a veteran in Corinth got a gift that will last long after the holidays are over. Home Roofing Solutions has several employees on their crew that have served in the military. So when they decided they wanted to give back this Christmas, they reached out to the Maine Veterans Project. MVP helped them find the perfect person. He is in Boston having cancer treatments, and there is damage in the interior of his home from the leaks in his roof. The roof repairs are a surprise, and they will be calling the veteran on a video call to reveal that surprise.
This is something that we're fortunate we can do. I think it's very important, and it goes beyond that. It's about just Mainers helping Mainers. I mean, that's what we're supposed to be about. You know, it's important.
Rogers says there are many veterans that fall through the cracks and need some extra assistance. He says he hopes their project will set a precedent for the roofing companies and businesses to step forward and help people in their communities.
What a nice thing to do. Well, it's that time of year when we start looking back at the stories that made big headlines throughout the previous year. This morning, our Grace Blanchard starts us off by revisiting the months of January and February.
Best way to start off the new year.
Yeah, it's a good way to wake up anyway.
Dream On firefighters and community members dove into the new year with an annual polar plunge.
It's been a pretty strong start to the year.
Local gyms saw a major influx in membership. In Atkinson, 3 young teens bravely rescued a couple from their burning home.
It's very heroic, and wishes more people in the world like these guys.
In Washington, D.C., Maine Senator Susan Collins made history by becoming the first Republican woman to chair the Senate Appropriations Committee.
As of today,
the inauguration of President Donald Trump in January sparked mixed reactions from Maine lawmakers.
It's something that is hopefully going to make America great again.
I think it's important to give the president time and his administration some time and to see where everything goes.
Herman's oldest resident received a special recognition as 98-year-old Garrett Lovett was presented the Boston Post cane.
Not everybody gets something like this, and I'm surprised and happy.
As a series of destructive wildfires tore through parts of California, Red Cross workers, forest rangers, and firefighters from Maine traveled across the country to offer their assistance. The jury trial of Devon Carter began. The Milford man was accused of attempted murder and was later found guilty of attacking his then-girlfriend with a hammer. A multi-day search was launched after South Addison fisherman Chester Barrett and his son Aaron Barrett went missing at sea. Their vessel's sudden impact was eventually found along with Chester Barrett's body. Aaron Barrett's body remains missing. Law enforcement officers from Maine and beyond gathered to honor the life and sacrifice of Maine State Police K-9 Preacher, who was killed in the line of duty after an hours-long standoff in Portage Lake.
That dog saved lives.
Preacher, I want you to know that from the first hot August night I met you, I knew you were special.
Comply, because otherwise
a public clash between Governor Janet Mills and President Trump in February put Maine in the national spotlight as the governor opposed a federal mandate concerning transgender athletes in girls' sports.
See you in court. Every state, good, I'll see you in court.
Republican Representative Laura Libby sparked controversy over the same issue due to a social media post that named a transgender high school student athlete. The move resulted in Libby being censured by the Maine House of Representatives.
These actions have made it unequivocally clear that the representative from Auburn, Representative Libby, has violated the legislative code of ethics.
Lawmakers failed to pass an emergency supplemental budget that aimed to close a significant Maine Care funding gap.
We are taking up a supplemental budget that is a true emergency.
Local flower shops geared up for their busiest day of the year.
I can tell you, we're probably going to top into the thousands this year.
However, tragedy struck a flower shop in Unity as the business was destroyed in a fire the day after Valentine's Day.
This is a hard hit. We'll rebound.
Bangor's largest homeless encampment, often referred to as Camp Hope, officially closed. And thousands gathered in Camden for the 34th annual U.S. Toboggan Championships.
And being able to come together as a community and enjoy some time outside and celebrate together is really special.
In studio, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And we will continue our look at the year in review over the days ahead.
Yes, the time now is 6:18. After the break, Holden Police Department's 25 Days of Kindness is helping the Belfast Food Pantry serve hot meals over the holidays.
We'll tell you all about it. Plus, President Trump ramping up pressure on Venezuela, saying the U.S. is still actively pursuing a sanctioned oil tanker. Those stories and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
This morning on GMA, someone's about to get the surprise of a lifetime live on TV. Their dream coming true with Super Bowl tickets. It's the biggest live GMA Christmas surprise yet. Even Santa is going to be impressed with this. This morning on Good Morning America.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. Just reminding you that whatever day of the week you get hurt, we're your go-to lawyers. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
Hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
This holiday you can fly BGR to the Motor City or the Windy City or maybe Philly, Charlotte, North Carolina, New York and Jersey, Atlanta, Georgia, plus Punta Gorda, Tampa, St. Pete, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Washington, D.C., all departing from BGR. Happy holiday travel from Bangor International Airport.
Okay, there's the signal.
Okay, hurry, he's coming. Have a good round.
See you later.
All right.
What's that?
Toolbox.
Okay. Santa's way sneakier.
Holden Police Department's 25 Days of Kindness has reached Belfast thanks to some Maine's generous communities. The Belfast Soup Kitchen will be serving hot meals for the holidays.
Our Alexa Kennedy has the story.
Monday, Holden and Belfast police collaborated to deliver truckloads of food to the Belfast Soup Kitchen. As a part of Holden PD's 25 Days of Kindness program, the donation included over $2,000 in cash and hundreds of dollars worth of gift cards.
The timing of this couldn't be more perfect. I started talking to the director back in November, and she was really worried that demand was going to double, and it did.
Holden Police's 25 Days of Kindness program, which aims to increase community outreach, is widening its influence. Belfast Soup Kitchen, a nonprofit that supports those facing food insecurity, has faced a dramatic increase in demand.
We saw a 35% spike during the SNAP crisis, and we anticipated that might drop off after that, but it did not. We're still right there, so the need has not diminished.
The food was donated by the community to the police department's food collection drives. The donations will go toward the kitchen and Kindness Community Market. Sherry says each day the kitchen provides 400 meals and the Kindness Community Market serves 100 households.
In the last 9 years, the program has grown so much, and today we're here in Belfast, and we're able to expand beyond the borders in Holden.
Our job is to kind of facilitate and bring people together for these food drives. It's really the community that gives.
In Belfast, Alexa Kennedy, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
That's really great. I think Chris Greeley, who started that whole thing, would be very happy.
Oh, I'm sure. Very proud. They do a lot for everyone. Well, the time now is 6:22. Let's get a full look at our weather forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. On this Tuesday, we have winter storm warnings, winter storm watches, and winter weather advisories posted across the region. Some alerts along the coast as well. We're watching for our next winter storm that will be moving in later on today and the parts tonight. Meanwhile, wave heights not too bad just quite yet along the shoreline. You look farther out towards sea at around a wide range of 3 to 13 feet farther out towards sea, so it's definitely going to be a mess out there moving forward. It is the calm before the storm right now, as we are going to be watching for our next winter storm. There it is right there. In fact, right there is where we're seeing it develop, and it's intensifying. We'll have some wind and some snow that will be developing, and a good amount of snow with that. So increasing clouds today, and notice the snow arriving later on this evening, and it will be sticking around overnight, and it will be a decent amount of snow in some areas. The system will track toward the south as we head towards your Wednesday, so we will see improving conditions throughout Wednesday and the parts of Wednesday evening, and then more clouds on the way through parts of Thursday with another chance for snow that will be on the way. But here's the main system we have our eye on right now. Some areas right there could see a range of 6 to 12 inches before we're all finished up. Farther off towards the north and east, not too bad, a wide range of 3 to 5 inches, even locally up to 6, maybe up to 7 inches before we're all finished up there, and even lesser totals further off towards the north and east. Average high temperatures being 32 degrees, will be in the 20s and 30s today, Wednesday and Thursday. Teens coming up Friday and Saturday. Then we're back in the 20s and 30s coming up Sunday, and also coming up in your Monday. So for today, we have upper 20s, mostly cloudy, and that southeast wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Overnight, we have 18 degrees. Here we go, snow likely and breezy out there, and that east wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, here we go already, Christmas Eve, middle 20s. It'll be mostly cloudy, snow showers, and that north wind still gusting to about 25 miles per hour. And let's check out your extended forecast. Thursday, Christmas Day, we'll have some snow showers with high highs in the lower 30s. Mostly sunny Friday with highs in the mid-teens. Then upper teens for your Saturday under a partly cloudy sky.
Such beautiful stars.
We're happy for miles, driving in a Honda Wonderland.
Experience the wonder of happy Honda days while you can. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
I'm Jim with Lowry Law. One of our clients was a man whose family contacted me after he was badly injured in a hit and run. As a former prosecutor, I was able to work with the police and the DA's office to identify the driver and prove that he was drunk when the accident happened. It was that work that allowed us to get him a $500,000 settlement. If you've been hurt by a drunk driver, call me. I'm your go-to guy.
Hurt by a drunk driver? Call the twos.
At China Walk on Broadway in Bangor, we're serving up your Chinese favorites. Our food is delicious, our staff is friendly, and our service is fast. Open Tuesday through Sunday, call ahead, order online, or just stop by. Enjoy our indoor dining for the full experience, or get takeout that the whole family will enjoy. We'll make sure your cravings are satisfied. China Walk on Broadway in Bangor, where tradition meets flavor.
Ashes to Ashes Pet Crematory, compassionate private care for beloved pets. Call for a quote at 207-943-6474. Season's greetings from SPS Music, Maine's biggest little music shop, sparking musical dreams with every stick, pick, and string. Top-notch Detailing in Herman is offering 20% off all gift cards until the end of the year. Just mention this ad.
It's electrifying. What the season can bring. Driving in a Honda Wonderland.
Experience the wonder of happy Honda days while you can. Visit your local Honda dealer or shop online today.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays from ABC7.
Now to the rising tensions between the U.S. and Venezuela. President Trump issuing a new warning to the Venezuelan president as the U.S. Coast Guard steps up efforts to interdict oil tankers in the Caribbean Sea. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has the latest.
This morning, President Trump ramping up pressure on Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro amid questions of whether the U.S. is pursuing regime change in the Latin American country.
Ultimate goal in Venezuela to force Maduro from power?
Well, I think it probably would. I can't tell that. That's up to him what he wants to do. I think it would be smart for him to do that. But
the president says the U.S. is still actively pursuing what it claims is a sanctioned oil tanker that fled into the Atlantic Ocean after the Coast Guard tried to intercept it on Sunday. It marks the third time in less than 2 weeks that the U.S. has targeted oil tankers they say are linked to Venezuela. The president was asked about his end goal.
he can do whatever he wants. It's all right. Whatever he wants to do. If he wants to do something, if he plays tough, it'll be the last time he's ever able to play tough.
On Monday, Maduro sent a letter to the United Nations calling the U.S. seizures of tankers acts of piracy and illegal acts of violence. The administration has accused Maduro of sending drugs to the U.S. and of stealing U.S. oil assets, but has not provided evidence. It comes as the president says he's prepared to build roughly 24 powerful battleships, a resurrected class of 1990s-era vessels named after himself. Trump says the goal is to build up to 25 battleships, in part to inspire fear in America's enemies all over the world.
The Navy says the cost of the ships has not been nailed down yet, but a retired admiral says the first ship could top $10 billion to build. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Well, the Trump administration on Monday suspended leases for 5 large-scale offshore wind projects along the East Coast due to national security risks identified by the Pentagon. The suspension, effective immediately, is the latest step by the administration to hobble offshore wind in its push against renewable energy resources. It comes just 2 weeks after a federal judge struck down President Donald Trump's executive order blocking wind energy projects, calling it unlawful. The administration said this will give the Interior Department time to work with the Defense Department to assess possible ways to mitigate any security risks posed by the projects. The statement did not detail the national security risks. It called the move a pause but did not specify an end date.
Well, now to the dangerous weather putting millions of people at risk. The most serious conditions are in northern and southern California. Preparations for days worth of heavy rain are well underway in recently burned areas around Los Angeles. The weather is also affecting other parts of the country with so many holiday travelers on the move. ABC's Hannah Battah has the latest.
This morning, from coast to coast, people are preparing for dangerous weather as the holiday travel rush kicks into high gear. In Southern California, residents in areas ravaged by wildfires are laying out sandbags and tarps, while crews reinforce barriers to help prevent mudslides.
I'm a little scared because of the debris flow.
Millions north of Los Angeles are at high risk for excessive rainfall and flooding as a storm moves in today and is expected to last through the week. And Northern California is bracing for more severe weather after rounds of heavy rain and mountain snow pummeled the region. One woman in Humboldt County had to be rescued after her vehicle became submerged in rising floodwaters. This week's storms in California are being fueled by an atmospheric river. Governor Gavin Newsom has ordered state agencies to pre-position emergency crews and equipment to respond rapidly ahead of this next round of storms. Meanwhile, in Texas, heavy fog created treacherous travel conditions and may have contributed to a deadly plane crash. At least 5 people were killed after a small Mexican Navy plane crashed into the water near Galveston.
We're still searching for people inside the aircraft right now.
The plane was transporting a young medical patient and 7 others. One person is still missing. In the east, from New York City to Boston, a quick burst of rain and snow could create slick conditions on the roads during this morning's commute. This all comes amid a record-breaking holiday travel season.
More than 122 million Americans set to travel more than 50 miles from home this holiday season. That's a record. And here at LaGuardia Airport, one American flight set to take off every 10 minutes.
Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
Coming up on the second half of the newscast, cold winter weather can cause health issues for your pets. We'll hear some tips on how to keep them safe and warm.
That and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend. And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Qualified lessees can get this 2026 Silverado pickup for around $399 per month. Or well-qualified buyers get 0% financing on all 2026 Silverado pickups.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. Just reminding you that whatever day of the week you get hurt, we're your go-to lawyers. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
Hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 Series is ready for it. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. It features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
Americans elected Republicans on the promise of lower costs and more choices. President Trump is already making America more affordable. Now, Congress has to do its part by extending the tax credits working families use to afford their health care. If they don't, premiums will double, families will lose coverage, and Republicans will lose in 2026. Senator Collins, keep your promise. Protect our health care, our GOP majorities, and our premium tax credits.
Huckleberry's Card and Gift has a wide selection of puzzles for the entire family. Local items, including race mustard and scone mix from the Scone Goddess, jewelry, town signs, coffee mugs, and much more. Located in front of the Breward City Hall.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from ABC7.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is Tuesday, December 23rd, 2025. Just 2 days to go until Christmas?
Yeah.
I wrote 1 day, but it's 2 days. We have to
It's 2, yeah,
we have to get through
technically.
today, too.
Yeah.
Fans of the show Seinfeld will also know that this day is also Festivus.
This holiday is perfect for people who don't have a traditional holiday to celebrate. Festivus is a non-denominational and non-commercial holiday made famous in that TV show, Instead of a Christmas tree or menorah, an aluminum pole is the symbol of Festivus. The tradition calls for demonstrating feats of strength and the airing of grievances.
Nothing says holidays more than airing of grievances. Yeah, you people, I've got something to tell you. So happy Festivus, everyone.
Very fun holiday.
So funny. All right. In history, on this day, back in 1783, following the signing of the Treaty of Paris, General George Washington resigned as the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army and retired to his home at Mount Vernon. Didn't stay there very long, though.
No.
After a couple of years, they signed him up for President of the United States.
Yes.
So he ended up being a busy guy. In 1823, a poem called An Account of a Visit from St. Nicholas was published anonymously in a New York newspaper. The verse, more popularly known as The Night Before Christmas, was later attributed to Clement C. Moore. Of course, that's a classic and an old favorite now.
It is.
And by the way, Santa Claus is going to be here in the studio tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
To read A Night Before Christmas.
Excited.
So we'll look forward to that. In 1888, painter Vincent van Gogh cut off part of his own ear during an argument with a friend. He had been suffering from depression at the time. And in 1941, during World War II, American forces on Wake Island were forced to surrender to the Japanese.
And in 1972, survivors of a plane crash in the Andes Mountains were finally rescued after 72 days. Those survivors had to resort to cannibalism in order to stay alive. And in 1972, football great Franco Harris scored a game-winning touchdown with less than 10 seconds left in a game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Oakland Raiders. It became known as the Immaculate Reception and is often cited as the greatest NFL play of all time. In 1975, President Gerald Ford signed the Metric Conversion Act, declaring the metric system is the preferred system of weights and measures. And in 1986, the experimental airplane called the Voyager completed a non-stop flight around the world without refueling. The lightweight plane was made mostly of plastic and stiffened paper. The plane, along with its 2 pilots, returned safely to Edwards Air Force Base in California with just 5 gallons of fuel left in the tank.
Not much left.
No.
Talk about close. All right, for birthdays today, they include actor Finn Wolfhard, one of the stars of the popular show Stranger Things. He is 23 years old today. Soap opera star Susan Lucci turns 79. And rocker Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam turns 61 years old today, making me feel very old. Happy birthday to you also, if your birthday is today. Eddie Vedder, 61 years old.
Is he?
I'm right behind him.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We'll turn things right back over to meteorologist Evan Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. On this Tuesday, we have winter storm warnings, winter storm watches, and winter weather advisories all posted across the region. Also some advisories along the coast, so it's a very busy morning as we watch for our next winter storm that will be moving in rather soon. For now, it is the calm before the storm as we are watching for clouds tracking in from the southwest and going toward the north and east. So as we do zoom things out, here's the next snowmaker that is located right about in here. So it doesn't look like much, at least just quite yet, but give it just a little bit more time and it will be moving in very soon. So here's Futurecast. Sunshine to start, clouds moving in throughout the day. There is a snow arriving later on tonight, continuing in the parts of Wednesday morning right there. A lot of snow on the way, lesser snow farther off towards the north and east. So for today, upper 20s, mostly cloudy. Southeast wind at about 5 miles per hour. Overnight, 18 degrees. The snow gets going. It will be breezy out there, and the east wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Here's that hourly forecast moving forward. So again, sunshine to start, and we'll see temperatures climbing today into the 20s before cooling off overnight. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. Now for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood.
Here's ABC's Melissa Adon.
No one could stand between my bed and home.
One of the most hotly anticipated movies of 2026, The Odyssey, is out with its first official trailer. It marks director Christopher Nolan's follow-up to his Best Picture winning hit, Oppenheimer. Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, and Tom Holland star. Look for it in theaters July 17th. Barry Manilow is rescheduling his tour dates after being diagnosed with lung cancer. The singer says doctors discovered the cancer during an MRI after a weeks-long bout of bronchitis. He adds that chemotherapy and radiation treatments aren't necessary for now, and he'll be recovering with the help of chicken soup and I Love Lucy reruns. A milestone for Mariah Carey. Thanks to the success of All I Want for Christmas Is You and 18 other #1 hits, she has officially spent 100 cumulative weeks on the Billboard 100. And a happy birthday to Pearl Jam's Eddie Vedder, who is 61 today. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. Melissa Don, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Still to come here this morning, Jack Webb with sports.
Don't go away.
Looking to power your home or business with efficiency and reliability? At Ideal Energy Solutions, we specialize in residential and commercial electrical services, heat pump installation and service, and are an authorized Generac dealer, built to keep you running in any weather. We're proud registered vendors with Efficiency Maine, from residential upgrades to commercial installations. Don't settle for less than ideal. Go with Ideal Energy Solutions. Call today.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. Just reminding you that whatever day of the week you get hurt, we're your go-to lawyers. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
Hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports Shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
Find your flavor at Black Sheep Restaurant in Sullivan. Breakfast so good on Tuesdays, even the toast gets a standing ovation. Wednesday to Saturday, we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Sundays, we brunch 9 to 1. Black Sheep Restaurant, where the food is bold and the sheep are only slightly judgmental.
Hosted by Leah Remini.
4 of them make $1.
Quarters. People Puzzler.
Weekdays at 10 on ABC 7.
New England Patriots fans, the drought is over. The Pats are headed to the postseason. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for staying with us. With their win over the Ravens on Monday night, the New England Patriots have punched their ticket to the playoffs. I was half joking about the drought, but it's been 3 seasons since the Pats made the playoffs. The Patriots found themselves down 11 points in the fourth quarter, but they found a way to win.
I think that it was good to be in a game like this where we battled and it was tied and we got down and momentum kind of shifted the other way, and our guys battled back. I felt like it was a big team win. It was a huge team win. Andy kicked the ball well. So again, it was just we lost a lot of guys. A lot of guys went down. A lot of guys stepped up, and we're gonna have to get healthy. But I think that this was a great win for us.
Drake May's 37-yard touchdown pass to Kyle Williams, coupled with Ramondre Stevenson's go-ahead touchdown run late in the fourth, sealed the Pats' 12th win of the season. May, who had his best game statistically as a pro, lit the Baltimore skies for 380 yards and 2 touchdowns, and afterwards he talked about the resiliency of his young team.
Goal this week is win together, and man, it was together. It felt good getting that one, and I think just props to these guys. Keep fighting. We got guys going down, guys coming in, taking more plays than probably I've ever had, and guys getting tired and pushing through, and defense stepping up, making big plays, forcing fumbles, and right now it just feels good to get a win.
Staying with football, the 4 finalists for the prestigious Fitzpatrick Trophy Award have been announced. Congratulations to Thornton Academy standout Connor Ayoub, who led the Trojans to the Class A state championship last month, scoring 31 touchdowns on the season while rushing for a school record 2,100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Westbrook linebacker Tony Bongaman led the Blue Blazes to their first ever Class B state title. Tony, who had a huge pick 6 in the state title game, led the Blazes with 165 tackles and 7 sacks. Portland quarterback Cordell Jones helped lead the Bulldogs to the Class A North Championship. The future UMaine Black Bear rushed for over 1,400 yards and 29 touchdowns while throwing for another 892 yards and 5 touchdowns. And Coney standout quarterback Parker Morin, who led the Rams into the Class B state finals. Parker threw for over 2,700 yards and a combined 44 touchdowns, both on the ground and through the air. The winner will be announced on January 18th at the Holiday Inn by the Bay in Portland. The Red Sox made a move over the weekend as they're looking to add some offense next season. The Sox acquired first baseman and right-handed batter Wilson Contreras from the Cardinals in exchange for three pitchers, including 2 prospects and 26-year-old Hunter Dobbins, who seemingly will have a chance to start for the Cardinals. Contreras has been an extremely steady hitter over his career since making his debut in 2016. The 33-year-old has a career batting average of .258 and recorded 20 home runs to go along with 80 RBI and a .791 OPS in 2025. There are 3 years left on his contract with a buyout option for that 3rd year. Let's head to the hardwood now for some holiday season hoops starting in Orono. Washington Academy paying the Riots a visit. We're going to pick this one up in the 2nd quarter where Grace Howard drives and is going to hit the floater, but Orono is going to go on the attack here. It's going to be Madison Sinclair, and you're going to want to watch this crossover here. It's a big bucket to put Orono up 9. Great move right there in the second half. Now it's Howard again who drives, and she's going to finish the layup to bring it within 7, but the Riots would pick it back up as Sinclair is going to feed Delaney Terrell, who lays it in for 2, and then shortly after, it's Terrell doing some work on the offensive glass. She puts it back up, and Orono wins 36-24. Now for the game of the night, Herman at Old Town, and Santa was in the building with his milk and cookies. Watch that right there. We go straight to the 4th. Herman was down 10, but this bucket right here by Addie Bradstreet ties it up with 3 minutes left. Rebecca Balmas now knocks down a pair to take a 2-point lead. But with 3 seconds left, Taylor Loring also knocks down a pair, and this thing's headed to overtime. In overtime, Loring finds Lindsay Heitman, who buries the corner 3 to take the lead. And with under 30 to go in the game, Maddie Tracy posts up her defender, and she's going to finish the drop step to take a 2-point lead. Now time winding down. Tracy's going to miss the free throw, but Balmas gets the offensive board, and Herman wins this one in overtime, 50-46. That was a great finish tonight over in Old Town. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
This holiday you can fly BGR to the Motor City or the Windy City or maybe Philly, Charlotte, North Carolina, New York and Jersey, Atlanta, Georgia, plus Punta Gorda, Tampa, St. Pete, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Washington, D.C., all departing from BGR. Happy holiday travel from Bangor International Airport.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. Just reminding you that whatever day of the week you get hurt, we're your go-to lawyers. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
Hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
This December at Bob's, I've got tons of trending styles for $9.99 or less, like my Playdate sectional, Phantom Power reclining sofa, Brookline dining set, Betty bedroom, or my top-rated Copper Sport hybrid mattress. When you holiday the Bob's way.
Oh, my Bob!
Welcome to the Orono Arcade, where we have both modern and retro games. And for a new experience, check out our 9-hole blacklight mini golf course. Budget friendly, fun for the whole family, we look forward to seeing you soon at the Orono Arcade.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, plummeting temperatures, ice melt, and other seasonal risks can pose health hazards for your pets. And as we dive deeper into the winter, veterinarians are providing tips on how to keep your furry friends safe and warm. Fox News' Kevin Ursky takes a closer look.
With winter officially here, veterinarians are issuing warnings about seasonal threats to pets, citing how when the weather outside gets frightful, an extra layer of warmth might be especially delightful for certain creatures.
Dogs that are younger, older, short-coated, they benefit from having that extra little warmth, just like we do, having a sweater with a jacket on when we go outside.
According to Dr. Lorraine Corveau of Purdue University, it's important that pets' winter attire fits properly.
Clothing, if it's on there and they're being supervised when the clothing's on, all of that's appropriate as long as it's not too snug and fits them appropriately.
But even with a jacket on, experts say some temperatures can be too cold for certain breeds.
If you have a little dog like this that's a single-coated breed, then she's young. She can't tolerate the cold as much as maybe like a husky might be able to that has a deep woolly coat. And so I would say 20 degrees is probably my cutoff. Degrees Fahrenheit is my cutoff, that like short walk outside, come back in to go potties, but shouldn't really be taking walks outside in that kind of temperature.
Cold air aside, ice below their paws can also pose threats. Dr. Corveau says booties can help protect the dog or cat's feet from frostbite. Booties can also be a buffer that keeps salt melt off their paws, which vets say can cause burns and be toxic if ingested. But if shoes aren't an option for your pet, experts say
it is important that you do wipe their feet off when they come in from outside, or you use a pet-friendly de-icer.
Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
Now here's meteorologist Evan Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. On this Tuesday, we have winter storm warnings, winter storm watches, and winter weather advisories posted across the region. Some alerts along the coast as well. We're watching for our next winter storm that will be moving in later on today and the parts of tonight. Meanwhile, wave heights not too bad just quite yet along the shoreline. You look farther out towards sea at around a wide range of 3 to 13 feet farther out towards sea, so it's definitely going to be a mess out there moving forward. It is the calm before the storm right now, as we are going to be watching for our next winter storm. There it is right there. In fact, right there is where we're seeing it develop, and it's intensifying. We'll have some wind and some snow that will be developing, and a good amount of snow with that. So increasing clouds today, and notice the snow arriving later on this evening, and it will be sticking around overnight, and it will be a decent amount of snow in some areas. The system will track toward the south as we head towards your Wednesday. So we will see improving conditions throughout Wednesday and parts of Wednesday evening. And then more clouds on the way through parts of Thursday with another chance for snow that will be on the way. But here's the main system we have our eye on right now. Some areas right there could see a range of 6 to 12 inches before we're all finished up. Farther off towards the north and east, not too bad, a wide range of 3 to 5 inches, even locally up to 6, maybe up to 7 inches before we're all finished up there, and even lesser totals further off towards the north and east. Average high temperatures being 32 degrees, will be in the 20s and 30s today, Wednesday and Thursday. Teens coming up Friday and a Saturday. Then we're back in the 20s and 30s coming up Sunday, and also coming up into your Monday. So for today, we have upper 20s, mostly cloudy, and that southeast wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Overnight, we have 18 degrees. Here we go, snow likely and breezy out there, and that east wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, here we go already, Christmas Eve, middle 20s. It'll be mostly cloudy, snow showers, and that north wind still gusting to about 25 miles per hour. And let's check out your extended forecast. Thursday, Christmas Day, we'll have some snow showers with highs in the lower 30s. Mostly sunny Friday with highs in the mid-teens. Then upper teens for your Saturday under a partly cloudy sky.
Enjoy better lighting, added security, and reduced energy cost with high-performance windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's showrooms feature the latest design and innovation trends from leading manufacturers. Your Hammond sales rep will assist you with your selections and cost estimate, and in-home measurement service is available if needed. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Get your window and door project started off right when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. Just reminding you that whatever day of the week you get hurt, we're your go-to lawyers. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
Hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Don't get cold feet this winter. Stay warm and dry with high-performance footwear from Comfort Shoes and More. With an extensive selection of winter boots rated from 0 to minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit, you'll find comfort in knowing your feet will be warm in any weather. Discover the latest in functional and fashionable footwear with grippers built right into the sole. With boots in stock up to 6E and size 17 for men and women. Take the drive to Newport for a sit and fit to find your perfect fit. You and your feet will be glad you did.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is WVII Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At WVII Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Think I'll go for a walk outside.
Special Agent Will Trent. Catch me if you can.
Will Trent.
You okay? I am great.
Sunshine, yeah.
Thousands of Christmas letters arrive in Germany from children all around the globe. The letters are addressed to the Christ kind, a festive figure who is said to visit children at Christmas this time of year. Is Chris time? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
All while staying out of sight. The tradition began in 1985 when the letters addressed to the Christ child with the angels started to appear in German mailboxes. A post office worker in Engelskirchen created the Christkind post office. For 40 years, Christkind and 20 volunteers have replied to the letters and Christmas wish lists sent from around 60 countries. Almost 3 million letters have been sent to the Christkind office since its inception. This year, the post office has received around 118,000 wish lists.
Wow.
Never heard of it before.
I haven't either, but that's a really cool tradition.
Neat.
Well, a running group in South New Jersey hosts its annual Ugly Sweater Run. It happened on Sunday in the town of Pennsauken. The Run 856 group says 100 runners participated. The event also included a clothing and shoe collection and a fundraising drive for a charity that manufactures coats and shoes for children in need.
Very nice.
Very nice.
And Santa is checking off his Christmas list early this year, starting with a trip to the Cincinnati Zoo. Santa himself handed out presents to animals, including the red pandas, black bears, otters, and gorillas. The zoo animals got to munch on special holiday treats like apples, blueberries, and peanuts, along with some special frozen treats as well.
Look how cute that is.
How cute, yeah. I just want to snuggle him.
I know, he's very cute. Well, that's all the time that we have left for this hour, but you can join us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's next on Fox 22.
Thanks for being there, everyone. We hope you have a great day.